Hi, I'm Tushar. I'm the founder CEO of Healthify, and I'm here to demo the latest and greatest of Healthify's app. So here we go. As you open the app, you can see some of our core trackers. Right on top is the nutrition tracker that tells you where you are in the day in terms of your calories, and also in the protein, carbs, fat, and fibers. Click on it for detailed insights. You can always get that as well, and it'll give you some amazing tips. Scrolling down, you'll see where your glucose levels are at. We'll dive into that in just a moment. And of course, your workouts, steps, sleep, weight, water, and other goals as well. One thing which is pretty neat about our app is that it's probably the only calorie counting app that works even without using the app. You see, you can just take photos of your food and not worry about tracking them. And when you open the app, it automatically sees if something is a food in the gallery and tracks it for you. Check it out. So here it's detected 2 food pictures. One is an arancini with Caesar salad. Looks about right. I think I had a little lesser arancini. I did not have all the 4 pieces, so I'm going to track it down to 2 and hit done on it. And it captures this protein, fat, carb, fiber combination as well. And there you go. It's also catching my brunch from earlier in the day, which sounds just about right. And in just 2 or 3 simple clicks, I've tracked my entire day. So you can just keep taking photos of your food, not have to worry about editing at that time and end of day or tomorrow or whenever when you open the app. You can modify it, verify it, and track it for you just the way you'd like to. And you can see the insight that came up right above on the screen as well, where it's congratulating me on almost achieving my protein goals for the day, which I'm pretty psyched about. I think another protein shake in the night and I'm good for the night. So as recognized by OpenAI, Healthify Snap is one of the lowest latencies photo-based calorie counting tool available in the world today. Let's dive into the CGM feature of our app. So as you can see, our app is syncing in the glucose levels throughout the day. It's actually annotating that alongside with step count, alongside with food and other activities that I might have done. And it's interestingly questioning me on stuff that I may or may not have tracked wherever it's noticing an inflection point. Here for breakfast, I'm just going to track the fact that I had a cafe macchiato, and there you go. So it's nudging me in case I have forgotten, and it also gives me a little indication of what that food meant in terms of its glucose peak, in terms of the amount of mgdls that it added or not. It also tells me a little bit about what my estimated A1C is, what my glucose variability has been tracking like, and how much of the time I've had my CGM on, have I been in target, etc. Besides giving me a timeline and a score for the various things that I have been consuming basis the impact they had on my glucose or not. It was smart enough to figure out that I might have missed my gym yesterday because it didn't see my usual spikes that it does. So that was the CGM curve. Now let's switch gears to our AI coach, Ria. You see, Ria swims across a vast amount of data. Sleep, stress, nutrition, workouts, and your glucose curves, to synthesize insights, correlate them, and present them to you in real time without any latency in any language of your choice. I'm firing up Ria over here and saying a quick hello. Hi Ria, are you there?
Hey Tushar, how's it going? Feeling good today?
Hey, not so bad actually, feeling a bit better today, but tell me, how's my weekend been, just basis my logs?
Glad you're feeling better. Looking at your weekend, you had a bit of a mix. For sleep, it improved last night to about 7.5 hours, which is good, but the day before it was just 6 hours. So sleep's been a bit up and down, maybe still adjusting after the travel and baby duties. Food-wise, your calorie intake was a bit high yesterday, around 1,900 calories with some heavier snacks. But today you've pulled back a bit, which is good for your goal to lose weight. Your glucose had a few spikes, especially at night, but overall your average glucose today is a bit lower than yesterday, so that's a small win. Steps and workouts dropped off a bit today compared to the past few days, but you've been pretty active overall.
Amazing.
So a bit of a mixed week.
Hey, actually it was my friend's 40th on Saturday night. So that might be the reason why my glucose levels were a bit elevated in the night time. Can you verify what I had for dinner for Saturday and whether it actually had any implications?
Sure. On Saturday's dinner, you logged avocado and tomato salsa, roasted vegetable soup with bread, and ceviche, plus 1.5 glasses of Negroni cocktail. That's a mix of carbs, fats, and alcohol, which can definitely cause glucose fluctuations. And yes, I can see there was a spike around midnight that night, going above 140 milligrams deciliter. That's likely from the combination of the drinks and the food. It's totally normal for a celebration, but now we just get back on track.
I also, thanks for that, and I'll keep it in mind. I also observed that I thought there was a bit of a rise in my glucose levels earlier in the morning sometime. Is that something to worry about on Saturday?
There was a slight morning rise on Saturday, but nothing too concerning. It hovered around 110, 120 in the early hours. That can happen due to the dawn phenomenon, where your body releases hormones in the morning, causing a slight glucose rise naturally. Given you had a late night and some drinks, that can also influence morning glucose levels slightly.
Gotcha.
Overall, it wasn't a...
No worries, that makes a lot of sense. Hey, switching gears, talk to me about how my workout patterns have been.
Sure. Over the past few days, you've had some solid workout sessions. On Wednesday, you were super active with a long session covering over 12 kilometers and burning a huge 1,800 calories. Amazing effort. You followed that up with a good session on Thursday and Friday too, though lighter than Wednesday. You got some steps in as well. But over the weekend, understandably, workouts tapered off a bit. Yesterday, you still burned around 1,000 calories with some light...
I don't want to hear about the weekend. But tell me this, if I tonight also I have a dinner to get to, if I don't know, have some avocado salsa, maybe have a drink of sorts, what's my likely glucose levels gonna get tonight, given what you've seen?
If you have something like avocado salsa again and maybe one drink, we could expect a moderate glucose spike. On past data, your levels might rise to around 130 to 140 milligrams deciliter.
So I want to try and avoid that. Is there something I can do differently? I mean, I probably still will need to grab a glass of drink, but something that can help me manage my glucose curves better?
Absolutely. If you're having a drink, go for something like a dry wine or a spirit with a low sugar mixer. That'll minimize the sugar load. Also, pair the drink with protein or healthy fats, like nuts or grilled chicken. That slows glucose absorption and keeps
let's say
things
I
stable.
do that, where would it likely spike to then?
If you follow those tweaks, a lighter drink, some protein or healthy fats, and maybe a short walk afterward, your glucose might only rise to around 110 to 120 milligrams
Sounds
deciliter.
solid.
That's a...
Perfect. Hey, listen, I gotta go. I'm in a bit of a rush, but any good option in and around where I'm at in Bangalore where I should head to have the set dinner? I mean, I haven't frozen the place yet, so maybe there's some flex.
Sure, Bangalore has tons of great spots for a balanced dinner. If you're looking for something that's fresh avocado-based dishes, you can try a place like the Fatty Bao or Burma. They've got good healthy options and are flexible if you ask for tweaks.
Yeah,
But if you want
Burma
more
sounds
specific
great. This seems to be right in our neighborhood. Hey Ria, can I show you something in front of me? I've got these foods. If I had to grab a quick snack before I head out for dinner, which one would it be?
Sure, just hold it up and I'll help you decide quickly. The flatbreads might be heavier on carbs, so I'd skip those if you want to keep things light before dinner. But if you prefer a quick warm bite, one flatbread won't hurt. Just keep portion in mind.
All right, I guess the grilled chicken salad, a quick bite it is. Also, how's my resting heart rate been lately?
Your resting heart rate is around 61 BPM, which is pretty good. A lower resting heart rate often indicates better cardiovascular fitness.
Amazing.
How are you feeling over?
Pretty decent.
That's great.
Hey, quickly, before I wrap, can you just help me log my dinner from last night?
Sure. Know what you had for dinner last night and I'll log it for you.
I just forgot to add that I had a scoop of gelato post my dinner.
Got it. I've logged that scoop of gelato for your dinner last night. Anything else you'd like to add?
No, just a green tea after that, I think.
All set. That green tea as well after your gelato.
Amazing. And did that
me
increase
know
my
if there's-
overall fat intake for yesterday?
Your total fat intake for yesterday was about 111 grams. That's on the higher side, so we might want to keep an eye on that if we're aiming for weight loss.
Gotcha.
But don't worry, we can balance it out over the week.
So that was RIA Voice. Multimodal, is able to stitch across multiple signals from your own body and give you feedback. And thanks to RIA Voice, your CGM can now actually talk in multiple languages and be aware of the nutrition and workout and fitness and steps and sleep levels that you've had. But let's go to the real dietitians in your pocket, which is where our registered dietitians come in. We employ about 300 registered dietitians across the world. I'm currently working, for example, with Coach Maria, who's a registered dietitian in the state of New York, and who's helping me manage my GLP-1s experience.
Hi, my name is Maria, and I'm a registered dietitian and nutrition coach here at Healthify. When it comes to nutrition and starting a new nutrition,
and I can message her anytime, and more importantly, she messages me on my logs and meals. And for example, the other day, my coffee that I tracked using AutoSnap is something she was able to see and then engage around it. That, hey, since you're on GLP-1, we want to prioritize protein, so consider adding collagen peptides or some other protein powder in your coffee, and that'll give you a few grams of protein right off the bat. It's not that the AI cannot give us that information, but it is really that human connect, that human empathy that makes a dietitian engagement that much more powerful. And it is these personalized nudges that really drive behavior change. We have seen that Stanford's reported this about our data, that with a dietitian, we're able to deliver better weight and better retention than without. Having said that, of course, everything in our app, right from AutoSnap to RIA and dietitians, are all tailored to continue long-tail retention, but the dietitian really does add a significant edge. You can also book a call with your registered dietitian at any time. Today in the US and worldwide, it is cash pay, but we are working to make sure that those calls can get reimbursed by your insurance. We'll send you a video that showcases the coach that our dietitians get to use, where they get to annotate your CGM curve, give you specific insights, create meal plans for you besides just the messaging experience that we showed to you. Using a combination of AI as well as human coaching, we've helped more than 40 million people healthify themselves. We've helped the world be tens of millions of pounds lighter since the pandemic alone. And we have recently launched in the US. We are pretty excited to healthify the whole world. Very keen to partner with you in that process. Thanks for trying out our product, and I hope you have a phenomenal experience with our CGM plus our registered dietitian and our AI. Thanks again for your time.